Procreate is an app that allows you to draw on your iPad. It's a great way to practice drawing, analyze photo reference, or finished paintings, create thumbnails, or get more creative with your work in traditional media without having to go through lots of materials. You can also create finished digital paintings. It's a lot of fun. There are lots of different brushes and colors to choose from, so you can really get in the creative flow. If you're new to Procreate or just want to brush up on your skills, check out this introductory video. There's so much to explore in Procreate, so this lesson is intended to get you started. We'll give you some tips on how to create great drawings. So grab your iPad and let's get started. When you open Procreate, the first thing you see is a gallery where all of your work is saved. This is where you can browse and organize your artwork. To create a new piece of artwork, tap on the plus sign in the right-hand corner. You'll see a variety of canvas sizes to choose from. The size you choose depends on the project you're working on. For example, if you're creating a poster, you'll want a larger canvas size. If you're just practicing, a smaller canvas size is fine. You can also create custom canvas sizes. Let's select screen size for now. There are three main menus to the interface: the painting tools at the top right, the sidebar controls, and the left top menu. On the top right, you'll find your painting tools. Tap the brush. You can draw and paint with hundreds of brushes, and each brush has a really different purpose, so it's really important to experiment with lots of them and see which ones you like the best. Let me show you a couple of my favorite brushes and put down some strokes. This is an inking brush. It's called Syrup. I really like it. It's really nice. And then let's go to Artistic. I like this, where is it? Lara Puna. And I use this a lot for painting. And for just sketching, I really like the Procreate pencil. Really looks like a pencil line. You'll also find the smudge and eraser tools up here. These use the same brushes, so it's really great because you can really make seamless changes. So if I go here to the smudge tool, it's going to smudge with the same brush that I used. And I go to the eraser tool, and now it's erasing with the Procreate brush. So you can really make great edits. You'll also find the layers panel and the color palettes here. Okay, let's look at the sidebar controls. There's several controls on the left-hand side that you'll be using all the time. The top slider here controls the size of your brush. So the top, it's larger, and as you come down, it's a lot smaller. The bottom slider is the opacity of your brush. At the top is 100% opacity. Let's get the brush a little larger. And as you move it down, it gets more transparent. So you really want to play with this, and you'll be using this all the time. The small button in the center is called the Modify button, and we'll come back to this on the section on choosing colors. At the bottom of this slider, you'll find your Undo and Redo button. Tapping once on the top arrow will undo your last stroke. See that? Tapping once on the bottom arrow will redo your last stroke. So you'll be using this a lot, so really get familiar with this one. Okay, now let's look at the top menu. This menu features all the things you'll need to save, adjust, and share your work. The Action tool, it's shaped like a wrench. And this is where you can insert a photo, a file, add text, and share your work, and a lot more. The wand has all the adjustments that you can make. Many of these adjustments are similar to what you can do in Photoshop. The S-shaped ribbon is the selection tool, and this lets you select areas of your artwork and make changes. And this works best when you understand the layers a bit more. And finally, the arrow is the transformation tool, which helps you move your images around or parts of your image. Okay, let's talk about the brushes a bit more. You really want to experiment with them. Try different pressure levels and using the stylus at a different angle. Some of the brushes respond to pressure and some of them respond to using the side of the tip of the stylus. Like this syrup brush, the inking one, it responds to pressure, right? But it doesn't really do that much with the side of the brush. Whereas if we go to the sketching, Procreate, it responds to both pressure, see that? So I could push down a little harder and ease up. But I can also use the side of the stylus and get more of a tone. So you just have to experiment around with the different brushes and really play with the sizes and opacity sliders. That's going to make a big difference. Get really used to those. Let's talk about basic navigating gestures. Once you've drawn something, you can move it around. To zoom into your canvas, use 2 fingers and pinch them together. You can zoom in. Now you can twist and rotate it. Now to zoom back out, just spread your fingers. To quickly undo, use a 2-finger tap and it will undo the last thing that you did. There we go. To redo, use a 3-finger tap. There you go. All right, let's talk about how to use colors in Procreate. In Procreate, there are many ways to select a color. One way you can select a color is by tapping on the color circle in the corner. This will bring up the color disc, and there are lots of options here. There's the disc, this is what I like the best, and then there's classic, there's harmony, value, and palettes. Coming back to the sidebar, you can also tap on the square modify button to bring up the eyedropper tool. Once you have the eyedropper tool, you can slide that around your image, and wherever you land, that will become the active color. And you can see it up here in the circle in the upper right corner. You can also invoke the eyedropper tool by tapping your image with your finger, not your stylus, on any spot on your artwork. And release, and that will activate that color, as you can see up here in the circle. Procreate has a wide range of colors to choose from. You can experiment with different color combinations to find the perfect color for your project. You can make a custom palette from a reference photo, which I find really, really useful. Come up here to the colors, click on the palettes, and if you click on the plus sign up here, it brings up this menu, create new palette from camera, from file, or from photos. So we really want to explore that. There are amazing options here, so just poke around. Okay, once you're done, it's time to share your drawing with the world. You can export your artwork as JPEGs or PNGs. You can also save a time-lapse video of your drawing to share, or so you can remember exactly what you did. I find that also very, very useful. To export your drawing as a JPEG or PNG, go up here to the wrench, the Actions menu, then choose Export your drawing as a JPEG or PNG. Once you've saved your artwork in the format you want, you can select the social media platform that you'd like to share it on. Okay, there you have it. Those are the basics of using Procreate. It's a great app for drawing, and with a little practice, you'll be able to create beautiful drawings that you can share with the world. Really have fun experimenting with the different colors and brushes, and don't be afraid to try new things. So get out there and start practicing. The more you draw, the better you'll get. Really, the sky is the limit.